everyone, welcome back to Full Time FM, where we're doing a player development save at Chelsea. Okay, so I've recalled Ruben Loftus-Cheek from his loan at Fulham, brought him back. I've been asked to try and develop him because he's got 2.5 star, and development wise, here's what we do. We go and discuss new training, say momentum training. Ask him to get forward whenever possible. Easy. Now, training intensity, put that on automatic because his overall risk of injury is high. So he'll be moved down to like a low intensity, which is half intensity or double intensity, depending on what the physio thinks. Now, what we want to do is we want to find out what position we think he's best in. Now, is a natural central midfield player or a natural attacking central midfield player, and number 10. I think if we play him in a 2 in midfield, we actually might get a bit of a tune out of him. So what we're going to do is we're going to have him as a box-to-box player that supports. The reason for that is all these highlighted attributes, these are the things he's going to be working on. And then we'll look at, say, defensive positioning. It's going to have 3 more in decisions, positioning and marking. Now, while he's working on these, that should improve. And because he's learning a new play trait as well, that should be really good for him. So, the next move is to put him into a mentor group. So, you bring yourself over to the training section, get into mentoring, add a group, and then just, I don't know, development. There we go. And then we're going to just add players to this group who we feel could be influential on him. Highly influential is Thiago Silva and Antonio Rudiger. So is Kurt Zouma and Marcos Alonso. Highly influential is Jorginho and Mateo Kovacic. Not sure about Ross Barkley there. We're going to stick Ruben Loftus-Cheek in, and it's just going to be him we're focusing on developing at the moment. So those are going to be the players that we're going to add to that group. So add player. Rudiger, Silva, Zouma, Alonso, because these are all tackling players who hopefully influence his ability to tackle. God. We'll add them. Right, so for whatever reason, I've had a good fiddle about with it. I've been looking, and normally you're able to select, say, Ruben Loftus-Cheek there, and at the bottom there will be the option to choose player to put into that group. Here on my screen, it's not giving me anything. Literally nothing. I've tried different aspect ratios on the television, and just nothing. So I've no idea what's cracking on with that, but yeah, it's not allowing me to do anything. So what you would usually always do as well is go into your units and make sure that Ruben Loftus-Cheek is in a defensive unit here, where he's going to learn from the players he's with. Now, it's great if he can be in with the social group that he's training with. So it would be great if Thiago Silva, Alonso, Kante, all the rest of them were all part of the same social group. He'd probably learn a lot quicker. That's also something you can look at. But for me, if you go to your training, go to your individual, just make sure that when you scroll down here and you got Ruben Loftus-Cheek, that you're placing him in that midfield area, just doing defensive positioning, automatic intensity level, and that your although the physio recommends double intensity. I have no idea what's going on with this training report. Oh god. And that will usually bring up all these things that's highlighted. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you back at the end of this season, but I'm going to be dipping in and out the save every 2 or 3 months just to make sure he's still training on these things. Once he's improved his marking, positioning, decision making, I'll then look to move him on to something else, like passing. But just before we do that, if you move on to tactics and pick player, you want to be bringing Ruben Loftus-Cheek in there. Now, I think he's left-footed, so bring him onto the left-hand side, or he's right-footed. Alright, keep him on the right-hand side. Now, he's being trained as a box-to-box midfielder at support, so you personalise it and keep him in there. Then, play him there week in, week out, and if you go on holiday, use current match tactics and use current team selection when possible. That will always put him back in there, and that's what you want to be doing. So let's pick a team of Chelsea players to go around him. Let's see. Werner can go up top. I think Pulisic is injured, isn't he? I think we might put Ziyech on the left, Hudson-Odoi on the right, Havertz to the middle, and we'll play Kovacic with Loftus-Cheek. Left back, Chilwell should be fit for the next game. And we'll play Reece James, Zuma, and Thiago Silva. There we go. Actually, Chilwell won't be fit for that game. Emerson will. Goalkeeper, Mendy. There you go. So that will be the team that starts, and yeah, Loftus-Cheek will be in that centre midfield, game in, game out, getting his game time, because the only way the players are really truly going to improve that 2.5 star and get better in his attributes is if he really does spend a lot of time playing in that position. So let's come back at the end of the season. Well guys, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has improved. You can see his progress here from August 20 going up to May 21st. Definitely on an incline. Looks around this point here may have picked up an injury. We've been looking at his progression actually, and we can see here that his tackling's gone from 10 up to 11. His marking's gone from 9 to a 10. Then if you look at anticipation, that's gone from 12 to 13. And concentration has gone from 11 to 12. And decision's gone from 12 to 13. So he's improved 5 of his attributes. But he's also gets forward whenever possible now as a player trait that he's working on. And he's trying to work on another trait, likes to beat the offside trap. Now with this one, we may have to move him into the number 10 role. But one of the other things you can do to help improve him is by making sure the training is suited towards having a lot of defensive work if you're trying to improve him in his defensive stuff, or if you're trying to improve him as an attacking midfield player. Put more shooting training in there, put more attack movement in there. That will also help. So having a little look at his development, I think he's going to improve massively. Let's try him as a number 10 in his second season and see just how much he does come on. And let's see if he can beat the games that he's played in this first season as well. He's played 43 in total, 29 in the league, 5 goals, 1 assist, 7.03 average rating. I think this could be, the following year could be the one that he gets that full 3rd star. He's 2.5 star at the moment. Our mission is to get him higher than that. Let's have a look if we can. And if you wondered where Chelsea finished, they finished 4th in the Premier League and they won the Euro Cup final 5-1. Pulisic, Ziyech, Zuma and Giroud scored and Iborra got an own goal. And Arsenal somehow finished top of the league with 81 points. United and City finished with 77 and Chelsea finished with 74. Timo Werner got 17 league goals. Reece James 7.33 average rating. Edouard Mendy 19 clean sheets. Pretty damn good. I've no idea who they're going to sign. I'm leaving that to Director of Football. But let's see. Okay guys, so as you can see, we're at the end of the 22 season. And Ruben Loftus-Cheek has, let's have a little look, improved. So I'll just tell you how he's improved. Okay, so looking at my record here, he has improved his long shots from 10 to 11 and he's improved his passing from 13 to 14. But he's got really impressive on the mentals, because on the bravery, unfortunately, I think he's suffered an injury in maybe around Christmas time, in the early part of the season anyway, up till March 22, and then he picked up again with his progress. I think that injury must have been a bad one, because his bravery dropped from 12 to 8. However, his composure went up to 15 from 14, and then we looked down to see that his flair went up from 11 to 12. Leadership went up from 12 to 13. Off the ball went up to 15 from 14, and from 12 to 13 his positioning improved, and then both his vision and work rate were 14. They're both now 15. Then his jumping reach increased to 15 from 14, and his stamina increased from 11 to 12. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different improvements in his attributes there. The other thing I think we're going to have a little look at is, when we first had a look at him 2 seasons ago, he was running with the ball through the centre. He was trying to play his way out of trouble, but we've actually been able to get him to try and like to beat the offside trap and get forward whenever possible. And so he's improved by adding 2 player traits, and now he's adding a third new one, which is likes to switch the ball to the wide areas. So he should have 5 very good player traits in just 2 seasons. So although he's still 2.5 star here, actually I think he will start to improve his stars, because he's got 5 different attribute improvements in the first season and 12 in the second season. Now this year he's played 57 games, which is a lot, but they've had quite a bit of European game as well, haven't they? So he went back to Fulham for a little bit of a loan spell. That's what happened. Oh no, hang on. So he played 36 games, scored 4, 6 assists. It looks as though he's played 57 all in, scoring 9 goals, got 11 assists, an XG of 8.32 for the season, an average rating of 7. In the English Premier League, he played 36 games, scored 4, 6 assists, and an XG of 5.44. His passing rate is up 85%, tackling 76%. He's pretty good. Now he's getting game time. He's getting 142 games, 18 goals in total. He's really improving his attributes, and I think it's very, very positive. If you look at his progress here, you can see that some of his attributes are actually going up, and that does look pretty decent. Changed all time. So since we've had him, his technique's gone up, tackling, penalty taking, passing, marking. Where the green arrows are means he's gone up 1 on composure, 1 on decisions, 1 on anticipation. It's gone down 3 on bravery. In player's best position, midfield roles, he was a box-to-box midfield player who supports. So there you go. He's actually improved quite a lot. Slight overall improvement in mental ability and physical ability, as well as technical ability. And you can see there from when we started, he went all the way up till December, and then I think maybe took an injury, dropped down to March 22, and then he's gone all the way back up again to May 22. I think you see his potential abilities gone from 2.5 star to 3 star. I think he's looking at improving quite a lot and doing well. I hope that helps you anyway. As you can see there from training, he has definitely improved. Yeah, long may that continue. So, nice short video of how to improve a player, just doing Ruben Loftus-Cheek as an example. It's only 2 seasons with him. I could go on, do 4, 5 seasons. But this will only keep on improving. It's just literally show you how to do it. I will leave it there. So thanks very much. Hope you found that useful. If you did, drop a like on the video. Make sure you share it and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.